welcome to your deep dive on gut health. You gave us a ton to dig into this time around,
Seriously, a mountain of reading material.
including Professor Tim Spector's Food for Life.
And his interview on the Diary of a CEO podcast.
So it seems like you're really ready to go in on what we eat,
Yeah, how it shapes us from the inside out.
which is good,
Right.
because that's what we're all about in this deep dive.
And Professor Spector,
He gets it.
he does not hold back.
No, he doesn't.
About busting some major food myths.
Like,
Take the protein is king mantra.
oh yeah,
That is everywhere.
it's everywhere you look these days. You need your protein.
Professor Spector's research
Yeah.
suggests that a lot of us are getting way more protein than we need.
Really?
And all that extra protein,
Okay.
it doesn't magically turn into muscle.
So those protein shakes I was diligently drinking,
Right.
thinking I was like this peak athlete.
Right.
Maybe not so much.
It's not that protein is bad,
Right.
but it's just like anything else.
Yeah.
You can have too much of a good thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And Professor Spector points out
Okay.
that excess protein can actually get stored as fat.
Oh, wow.
Remember we were talking about those low-fat labels
Mm-hmm.
and sugar-free?
Yeah, those are tricky.
They're often used to kind of mask
Yeah.
ultra-processed foods that sound healthy.
Give us that health halo.
But they're really...
But when you look at the ingredients list,
they don't have
they lack the nutrients that our gut really thrives on.
It's like they trick us into thinking we're doing something good while we're actually just
Yeah.
filling our carts with stuff that's messing with our gut.
Exactly.
Interesting.
And you know what else is interesting? While we're busy obsessing over protein, we're missing out on a key player in gut health.
Which is fiber.
Only about 5% of people eat enough fiber for good health.
5%.
Yeah.
That's it.
Very shocking.
I'm picturing sad desk salads.
So how do we up our fiber game?
Yeah. How do we get more of this?
Professor Spector says aim for 30 different plant-based foods per week.
30.
30.
That seems like a lot.
I know, it sounds like a lot.
Like my grocery list is about to turn into a botanical garden.
It doesn't have to be that complicated.
Okay, good.
Because think about it.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Okay.
Seeds.
Okay.
Herbs.
I got herbs.
Even that sprinkle of cinnamon in your coffee.
Oh, interesting.
It all counts towards that diversity that your gut thrives on.
So more diversity in our diet
Yes.
equals more diversity in our gut.
Exactly.
That's fascinating.
It really is.
How it all ties together.
It doesn't stop there.
Okay. Tell me more.
He also goes into fermentation,
Fermentation.
which might sound intimidating.
It does sound a little intimidating.
It's actually incredibly simple
Okay.
and beneficial.
Okay.
Think about kimchi.
Oh, like my roommate's kimchi.
Yeah.
That's in the back of the fridge.
Exactly.
Okay.
Packed with probiotics,
Probiotics.
which are live bacteria and yeasts that are really great for your gut.
Okay, so we're talking about
Yeah.
creating like these probiotic powerhouses.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Sauerkraut.
So it's not just kimchi,
No.
sourdough bread.
So many things.
All get that tang from fermentation.
And it's all natural.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
And the best part is you can even do it at home.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I can ferment my own food at home.
You can.
Is
Is it hard?
It's surprisingly easy.
Oh, wow.
Professor Spector actually has a method using leftover vegetables.
So I'm reducing food waste,
Yes.
and I am helping my gut.
And you're getting all those good probiotics.
Sign me up.
This goes into another point that he makes a lot,
Yeah.
which is he really advocates for a food-first approach to nutrition. So while supplements have their place,
Mm-hmm.
he's very skeptical of relying on supplements to make up for an unbalanced diet.
So all those supplements I've accumulated in my cabinet,
Okay.
maybe not the magic bullet, I thought.
It's about building that strong foundation
Okay.
with your food first.
Food first.
Yes,
Gut health.
starting with the gut.
Got it.
It really is about food first.
Yeah, and I think that's a good jumping off point to talk about
Okay.
this whole idea of mindful eating, because I will be the first to admit,
Yeah.
mindful eating is not my forte.
Really?
I am a speed eater. Like, I inhale my food.
Interesting.
So savoring every bite.
Okay.
Not really my thing,
Both
but
Professor Spector says.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
But Professor Spector says that it can really...
That slowing down
Yeah.
and really tasting your food
Okay.
can actually change
Really?
how your body digests
Wow.
and how well you absorb the nutrients.
That's wild.
Think about it when we're rushing through a meal.
Yeah, we're not really giving ourselves a chance to.
Our digestive system can't catch up. It's like
Right.
shoving a whole stack of papers into a filing cabinet.
Okay,
Things are going to get disorganized.
I can visualize that.
That makes total sense.
So it's about giving your gut
Nope.
a chance to actually do its job.
So by slowing down and being more mindful,
Yes.
I'm actually helping my body utilize the good stuff that I'm
Exactly.
putting into it.
Precisely.
That's amazing. Okay, so we're absorbing nutrients better, but what about the connection between our gut and our immune system?
Right, because our
Is that
gut,
that's got to be
it is,
Oh,
our
yeah.
gut microbiome plays a huge role
Okay,
in supporting our immune system.
that makes sense because it's like the first line of defense, right?
Exactly. It's like a training ground for our immune cells.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
So when our gut is home to this diverse community of microbes,
Okay,
they teach our immune system to be able to tell the difference.
so it's like teaching it.
Yeah, between what's harmless and what's actually a threat.
Interesting.
So when our gut bacteria are out of balance,
Okay.
it can lead to an overreactive immune response.
Okay, so that looks like...
Think allergies,
Okay.
autoimmune conditions. Got it. So gut health
Yes.
is about way more than just like
Yes.
avoiding digestive issues.
Way more.
It's like really impacting our immune system's ability to
Exactly.
fight off disease and stay strong.
It's about that long-term
Yeah.
immune support.
Wow. Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down here.
And just like our bodies need periods of rest,
Mm-hmm.
our guts do too.
Okay.
So Professor Spector talks about this
Okay.
with the potential downsides of constant snacking.
Oh, no, my snack drawer
I know.
is very sad right now.
No, it's so easy to fall into that trap.
It is, because you feel like you're hungry.
Yeah.
You need something.
Right. And our culture
That's
is,
just the...
we're constantly snacking,
Yeah.
but we're not giving our gut a break.
So we're just constantly putting more and more food.
Exactly. And digestion takes work.
It does.
And when we're constantly bombarding our gut with food,
Yeah.
it can really disrupt its natural rhythm.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I guess like it's all about balance, right?
Exactly. It's not about deprivation. It's
Yeah.
just about being mindful.
Okay. And what about
And that goes for sleep too.
sleep?
Yes.
Tell me more, because
Because just like
I know that that's a big one for me.
sleep is crucial for
Yeah.
gut health.
What about my late night snacking?
That's a double whammy. Because not only are you eating late at night, which
Mhm.
disrupts your sleep patterns,
Mhm.
but it also throws off your gut's natural rhythm.
It's like a double negative.
Exactly.
Okay.
So he suggests no late night meals
Okay.
and give yourself a solid 12 hours between dinner and breakfast.
12 hours.
Yes.
That's a new concept for me.
It's about giving your body a chance to really,
To reset?
exactly,
You're
to
kinda-
digest and repair.
12 hours.
I'm going to try it.
It's like hitting the reset button each night.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so no late night snacking, 12 hours to reset. But what about mouthwash?
Oh, this is an interesting one.
Okay, because I thought mouthwash
I know.
was like, seems essential.
Essential
Yeah.
for good hygiene.
Fresh breath, fewer germs.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
What's the thing?
Those antibacterial mouthwashes,
Okay.
they wipe out the good bacteria with the bad.
Oh, because I'm being
and-
too aggressive with my
Yeah.
antibacterial.
You need that balance.
Okay.
Because your mouth has a delicate ecosystem of microbes.
It's a system.
It is.
My mouth is an ecosystem.
And some of them are beneficial.
Interesting.
So those harsh mouthwashes can disrupt the balance,
Okay.
which might increase your risk for certain oral health issues.
Wow. I'm rethinking my mouthwash after this.
It's all connected.
It really is all connected. And we're seeing now from our gut to our mouth to our sleep.
It's all connected. And this actually leads perfectly into another connection that Professor Spector talks about,
Okay.
which is the gut-brain axis.
Okay. I've heard this before.
Yes.
This idea that our gut is our second brain.
Yes. Have you ever had a gut feeling?
Oh, yeah. More than one.
But this is real science.
So what does it actually mean for, like,
Okay.
day-to-day life?
What's happening in your gut
Okay.
can actually directly impact your mood.
No way!
What?
Your focus.
Your risk for certain mental health conditions?
Let's shut up.
It's a two-way street.
That is wild.
Isn't that fascinating?
So what's happening in my gut
Yeah.
can impact my brain
Mm-hmm.
and vice versa.
And vice versa.
So like if I'm stressed,
Yes.
that can then impact my gut.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, my mind is blown.
Right.
This is a lot to take in.
It is a lot to take in, and it's actually still kind of early stages of research.
Okay.
but it's really fascinating stuff.
So interesting. So Professor Spector is looking into this.
Yes, he actually,
And they,
he's doing this through the Zoe Project.
okay, the Zoe Project. This is,
Have you heard of this?
I've heard of it, but I don't really know much about it.
Okay, so
Tell me everything.
imagine using big data to decode the gut microbiome.
Big data for gut health. What does that even mean?
They're gathering data from hundreds of thousands of people,
Wow. Hundreds of thousands.
looking at their gut microbes, their dietary habits.
So they're really getting...
They want to understand how all of these factors
Yeah.
influence our overall health,
Interesting.
and then they want to use that to develop personalized recommendations.
Wow. So this is really like the future of healthcare in a way.
It is personalized nutrition disease prevention.
That's amazing.
It's really incredible work.
So using all of this technology
Yes.
to unlock the secrets
What's the secrets?
of our gut.
Isn't it fascinating?
It is, and it's really, I know this whole conversation has been really interesting because it feels like we're finally moving past this like
Yes.
one-size-fits-all approach to health
One size fits all.
and really looking at like,
All right.
what does it mean
Yes.
to take care of ourselves as individuals?
Exactly.
And how unique our bodies and our guts really are.
And our guts are as unique as our fingerprints.
That's so wild.
Isn't that crazy?
It really is amazing how unique our guts are.
Right. And you know what else is wild?
What's that?
Remember how you were talking about that big bag of white rice?
Oh, yeah, my pantry staples.
Professor Spector says
What about it?
white rice is basically like
What?
a fast track to sugar in your bloodstream.
No way.
Yeah, it lacks the fiber and nutrients
Really?
that you find in more complex grains like
Okay.
quinoa,
Okay.
barley,
Right, got it.
those kinds of things.
Okay, so white rice, not my friend.
It's not that it's your enemy.
Right.
It's just something to be mindful of.
Okay.
Maybe not so much of a pantry staple for you.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
So we've talked about diet, we've talked about sleep. What about
Yes.
the exercise piece of it all?
Yes, because this is a big one.
It is, because everyone seems to have a different opinion
Exactly.
about exercise.
And weight loss.
Yes.
Professor Spector actually says that.
What does he say?
We need to move beyond that simple calories
that?
in, calories out.
Yeah, that's what I've always heard.
Right, but it's more nuanced than that.
Oh, yeah.
Because while exercise is really important for our health,
Mm-hmm.
it might not be the magic bullet for weight loss
Hold on.
that we think it is.
My entire gym membership is based on this concept.
I know it's counterintuitive,
It is.
but our bodies are complicated,
Clearly.
right?
So there's more to it than just like, I had a slice of cake, so I'm going to go run it off.
It's more about what's happening in your gut.
So my gut is telling me
Yes.
whether I'm going to lose weight or not.
Basically, yeah.
Essentially. Okay.
And exercise can actually change the microbes in your gut.
Oh, wow.
So it all comes back.
There's that word again.
It's all connected.
It really is all connected.
It is.
That's amazing.
And the same goes for your immune system.
Okay, because I don't often think about my gut
Right.
when I think about my immune system, but it makes sense that they would be connected.
Your gut is your first line of defense.
Okay.
Think of it as like
A shield.
yes, or even a training ground
Interesting.
for your immune system.
So explain that to me.
So all those microbes living in your gut,
Yeah.
they teach your immune cells what's a threat.
Oh, like a boot camp
Yes, exactly.
for my immune system.
You know, what's harmless.
That's fascinating.
So when your gut is healthy,
yeah,
your immune system is strong.
it knows what to do.
It knows how to react.
Okay, but then when it's out of whack,
Exactly.
what happens?
Things can go a little haywire.
Like what?
Think allergies,
Okay.
autoimmune disorders.
Because our immune system
It's
is
confused.
overreacting.
Yes, exactly.
Wow. Okay, so this deep dive has been
What did you think?
a serious eye-opener. I mean, I'm learning so much about my gut.
You literally have trillions of
I am
little allies in there.
working so hard for me.
Yes, they are.
And I'm just sitting here like, what's for my next snack?
It's true, but now you know.
I do.
You have the power
I do.
to make those changes.
And I love this idea that
It's that.
it's not just about me.
Exactly.
That my individual health
Yes.
impacts
It impacts everyone.
everyone else.
The planet.
And I think that that's something that Professor Spector's work with the Zoe Project is really highlighting.
It is, because they're looking at
Yeah.
this massive
Huge data set
to figure out
to figure out how
how we're all connected.
it all works together.
And how can we use that information to then help people
Right.
live healthier lives?
Wow. So we're really on the verge
I think so.
of like a healthcare revolution.
I think so too.
All thanks to our gut.
Isn't that wild?
It is pretty wild. I mean, who knew
Right.
that all the answers were
Right inside us.
right inside us this whole time?
It's amazing.
It's pretty amazing. Well, I have learned a lot today.
Me too. I always learn something new when we do these deep dives.
Me too. And I hope our listeners out there learned a lot as well.
Yes, and if you want to learn more,
Yes.
you can always check out
Professor Spector's book,
Food for Life.
Food for Life, and we'll put a link in the show notes.
Yes, and the Diary of a CEO podcast.
Yes, another great resource.
So much good information out there.
There is. So keep exploring, keep learning,
Yes,
and
keep listening to your gut.
listen to your gut, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
See you next time.